Good day, dear students. I'm your English teacher, Mrs. Sylvia Naveed of class 5. Today our topic is lesson 3, The Boy Who Served His Tribe, from your Oxford Reading Circle book 5. Students, this is a part 2 of this lesson, which will cover pages 28 till 30. Before starting this lesson, a clear instruction for you students that you have to listen the whole lesson very carefully and attentively, so you would be able to do the exercises at the end of the lesson. And one more thing students, that it is better to open your textbook along with me, so you will be able to read yourselves. I would read from the screen and you will read from the book. Let's start the part 2, but before that I would like to remind you a few points from part 1. That as you all know, that this is a story of a boy of Chippewa tribe who had to pray for his people in alone. He loved his tribe so much, and he was living in the forest. There he fought green-plumed warrior for a whole week. On the 7th day, he decided to wrestle the warrior and threw him down. Now students, from part 2, I have selected a few of the words that will help you to read the part, because these are the words that will improve your word vocabulary, and the words are indeed, damp, fetch, weed, grieve, tassels. The meanings of these words are: indeed, an expression of surprise in truth; damp, a slight wetness; fetch, bring or take back. Word number 4 is weed. Weed means plant that grows between cultivated plants. Grieve, to feel sadness at someone's death. And last and the 6th word is tassels. That means bunches of loose threads hanging together. Over here I like to mention students that you have to write down all above word meanings in your copy and learn them. Now I'm going to read page number 28. So and after that I will explain this whole page to you. So well did the boy wrestle that indeed he threw the man to the ground. The boy knelt down by his side. To his utter horror, he saw that the warrior was about to die. The man smiled at him. "You must not be sad," he said, "and you must not grieve for me. You shall see my green plumes again. But if you wish to see them, this is what you must do. Bury me and keep my grave covered with fresh damp earth. When I have slept a good sleep, I will break through the earth and return to the sunshine." So the warrior breathed his last. With a heavy heart, the boy carried out all his instructions. No sooner had the boy finished burying the stranger than he looked up and saw his father coming towards him through the woods. "See, my son, I have come to fetch you," said his father, "and I have brought you food. Eat, and your strength will soon return." And when the boy had eaten and regained his strength, they went home together to the family and to everyday life. But the boy did not forget his friend with green plumes, and he never forgot to visit the grave and to weed it and water it. Students, I'll explain you in easy words that the boy had wrestled the green plumed warrior and threw the warrior onto the ground. He saw that the warrior was about to die. But before dying, the stranger instructed the boy to, after dying, to cover his grave with fresh damp earth and water it constantly. After a few days he will come back with new face. So the warrior died after that moment. After that, his father, the boy's father, came and took the boy to the family. But boy was constantly visiting the grave of his friend who was with green plumes and keep watering his friend's grave. Now students, I am reading page number 29. Open your books, page number 29 with me. The boy told nobody about what he was doing, not even the members of his own family. He was afraid that if he told people about the warrior and his visits, they would say that he had dreamt it all because he'd been so weak from lack of food. Then one day, the boy was coming home from a week's hunting trip and he decided to visit the warrior's grave. As he came near it, he saw that something was different. The fresh, clean earth of the grave was covered in green plumes. He went nearer. Not plumes, he said to himself softly. Leaves, white, pale green leaves. He stood there, staring at them. He had never in his life seen leaves like them, and he did not know what to do. Should he tear them out? No. He shook his head, remembering how the young warrior had died, his eyes fixed on the boy's own. He told me to trust him, and I will. Weeks passed, and the boy went on watering and weeding the warrior's grave. The green shoots pushed up through the earth and became tall, strong plants. At last the day came when golden tassels swung from them, thick golden tassels. Then the boy knew that it was time to fetch his father to see them. Students, after coming from the forest, the boy told nobody that what he was doing. But he kept visiting his warrior's friend's grave. One day he saw green plumes on his friend's grave. Weeks passed and the boy went on watering and weeding the warrior's grave. The green shoots came out of the grave's earth and became tall, and the golden tassels swung from them. The boy was amazed and surprised to see that new kind of food, and he called his father. Now page number 30, students. The older man stood silently at the side of the grave while the boy explained the whole story. At last the father spoke. My son, he said, this is a gift from the Great Spirit, a gift to all the Chippewa people. The boy looked puzzled. A gift? He asked. What is it, father? The man reached out and touched the golden tassels gently. He took a few grains from them and tasted them. Then he turned and looked at the boy, and his face was as glad as the morning sun in the sky. "It is a new kind of food, my boy," he answered. "The Great Spirit has sent us food that will grow where we plant it in the earth. From now on, we Chippewa will not need to spend all our time and all our strength on hunting animals in the forests." The boy's father was right. By his death, the warrior had taught the Chippewas how to grow corn. In time, they harvested it and made bread for themselves. And so their lives were made a little less hard, just as the boy had asked of the Great Spirit in his prayers. A myth of the Chippewa people of North America, and the story was retold by Francis Usher, as I told you in the beginning of the story. Now I'll explain you page number 30 in easy words, students. After seeing that new kind of thing or new kind of food, boy called his father. His father came and heard the whole story from the boy. Then he told his son that this new kind of plant is a gift from Great Spirit to the Chippewa people. He tasted those golden tassel grains and said to his boy, "My boy, this is a new kind of food. The Great Spirit has sent us the food that we can grow in the earth anywhere. From now on, we will not spend all our time and all our strength on hunting animals." Because before that, they were living only on hunting, no? But now they had this new kind of food also. Great Spirit had answered the prayers of little boy and gifted him this new kind of food that were golden tassels, that was wheat. That they can grow anywhere in the earth and side by side hunting. So their lives, after receiving that gift from Great Spirit, their lives had become little less harder, because now they can hunt for themselves and they can grow golden tassels for them for eating. So students, this is the end of the story. I hope you like this story very much. And after listening every story, students, you have to take lesson from every story. And what this story is giving you, moral of the story is that if you pray to God with pure and whole heart for something, He answers you and gives you the gift in any good form. So, be sincere and constant to your loved ones. And in the last, what you have to do the homework, and your homework number 1 is answer the following question. You have to answer this question that is given over there. How was the gift sent by a Great Spirit to the Chippewa tribe helpful, and how did it improve their lives? This whole story, after listening this whole story, you have to write it, that how this whole thing did improve their lives. Homework number 2 is the reference to context. Read this line from the story and then answer the questions given below. The line is, I will break through the earth and return to the sunshine. And for this, question number 1 is, who says these words and to whom? Question number 2, what is said by the same speaker just before this? And question number 3, what happens after this? These are the 3 questions, students, that you have to see this line and answer these questions. Homework number 3. Match the following words to make sensible expressions. Over there 2 columns are given, and in both columns some words are there. You have to match the both column words with each other. One word with one word. Word number 1 is harvest, hunt, regain, spend, part, win. In column number 2, words are animals, corn, time, glory, curtains, strength. This is your homework you have to do in your copies with your correct name and class written on it. After resuming your classes, students, marks will be given on the basis of these home tasks. And students, I wish you all the best. Be safe, be healthy. Thank you.